welcome you to the Asia Pacific Anmol Ratan Awards for Leadership in Excellence and Business Conclave, hosted by IDRA Global in collaboration with the Global Entrepreneurs Association. Tonight, we celebrate outstanding entrepreneurs and business leaders who have demonstrated excellence innovation and resilience in their industries. This event is not only about recognition, but also about fostering connections, exchanging ideas, and inspiring future success. Next, I'd like to invite Mr. Ravi Sani, the IAAS of United Nations.
Distinguished dignitaries on the dais, my dear friend Vijay Singh, ladies and gentlemen, as the first speaker on the topic Indo-Thai partnership, I think it is important for me to revisit the historical ties that existed between India and Thailand, because it is on these ancient links that this Indo-Thai partnership has been developed, or these were the foundations on which this partnership, or the edifice of this partnership has been developed. These ancient links go back to many centuries. They form a tripod, the three pillars of the tripod being religious, cultural, and economic. The religious ties go back to more than 2,000 years, when during the reign of the Mauryan Empire and ruled by Emperor Ashok, emissaries, pilgrims came to Thailand, or this part of the world, which was then known as Swarnabhumi. And they came here to spread the teachings of Lord Buddha. Hinduism had a great impact on the culture of Thailand. This is evident. It is the Ramakien in Thailand is a manifestation of this cultural influence, which is drew inspiration from the Hindu epic Ramayana. Moreover, Sanskrit and Pali had a profound effect on the language, the scriptures, as well as the literature of Thailand. A vast majority of people in Thailand are followers of the Theravada Buddhism. The scriptures are in the Pali language. As you know, Pali is a Middle Indo-Aryan language which is derived from the dialects of Sanskrit. So you see the influences of Sanskrit and Pali in the scriptures and literature of Thailand. Coming to the economic ties, the maritime or ancient maritime routes across the Bay of Bengal linked the kingdoms of India to Southeast Asia. They facilitated the movement of people and goods across the Bay of Bengal, and there were mutual exchanges taking place. In the 13th century, there was an influx of Brahmins who came to Thailand, and they got involved in religious and royal ceremonies. From the south of India, you had people who came here, and many of them became teachers. And from the north, we had traders who came here to sell Indian textiles. So these ancient links are the roots of the partnership that we know now. Coming to the modern period, there are two main factors which have had a significant impact on political and economic relations between countries. The end of the Cold War in 1989 and globalization. Importantly, in this period, The India and Thailand ancient links not only intensified, but also translated into a dynamic, a prolific partnership. Further, this partnership diversified to new areas like defense and security. As the forces of globalization became more intense, the economies of the countries in the world became more interdependent. And therefore, countries started exploring new spaces and new arrangements to promote their economic interests. There was therefore a proliferation of regional and sub-regional arrangements. Thailand, as a member of ASEAN in the 1990s, adopted a look west policy, the closest neighbor being India. On the other hand, India, as a member of SAARC, had also adopted a look east policy, and with a special focus on the Southeast Asian countries. At that time, I was working in the United Nations, and among my responsibilities was to develop programs which could assist developing countries of the Asia-Pacific region to expand their trade and economic cooperation with each other. I visualized that one could develop links between the South Asian countries and the Southeast Asian countries through the Bay of Bengal, where the ancient maritime routes had already existed. And there conceptualized an arrangement which became known as BIMSTEC. It is the Bay of Bengal Initiative for Multi-Sectoral, Technical and Economic Cooperation. Today, BIMSTEC occupies a prominent position in the architecture of intergovernmental organizations in this region. It is a framework agreement of which Thailand and India are the major players. It is therefore possible for both countries to juxtapose their bilateral relations with this multilateral forum in a mutually reinforcing manner. Coming to the current scenario, there are positive indications of Thailand and India prioritizing their economic relations with one another. Both countries have accorded priority, and the governments are even contemplating new institutional arrangements to promote this trade and economic cooperation. The trade currently, the bilateral trade currently between the two countries is nowhere near the potential that exists. So one can expect that Thailand and India bilateral trade, they will aspire to achieve a dynamic equilibrium in the bilateral trade. Investments, there's an impressive history of investments by the two countries, and this trend is expected to continue in more diversified sectors. Tourism, as you all know, has been booming, especially with the special initiatives taken by the Thai government. India will continue to be a major market for Thailand. Thailand will also continue to be a country of great interest for India, given the importance of religion tourism in India. Finally, let me just underscore the importance of people-to-people contact in any partnership. It has been seen, and quite often, that cultural differences sometimes become barriers to any efforts to promote closer economic relations. And these are invisible barriers and not easily to erase. Governments can liberalize their trade regimes, They can adopt trade facilitation measures, but when it comes to cultural differences, it is the people-to-people contact which is important. In this context, I must underscore the great role that the Indian diaspora has played in Thailand. It has not only demonstrated the efficiency or the dynamism of Indian entrepreneurship, as well as the international competitiveness of Indian technology, but it's also instilled a feeling of confidence in Thai companies to do business with India. So I think this people-to-people contact will continue to be a major factor in cementing and further developing the Indo-Thai partnership. In fact, I think they will be the movers and shakers in future in this process. On that positive note, I thank you for your attention.